what I want to say before this video begins is just, listen, when you hear all the things that I'm about to say and why the video is so long, it's just because, listen, I'm telling y'all, I feel most of the time this shit is a distraction. There are so many different perspectives of scenarios like this that you can concoct, but it's so hard for me to even get the words out because it just feels like it's such a distraction. Like, I don't know, something in me, at least my own discernment, is like, bro, who would even care? And it's so hard. Like, literally, when I tell you, trust me, I mean, I don't need to convince y'all. You will see in my mannerisms, my stutters, that I really did not want to make this video, but something in me said, get it out of your system, because I was speaking on a broader, a broader spectrum of things that also connected to videos like this. I just say, keep an open mind. Please keep an open mind. I know the ones that it'll resonate with, it'll resonate. With who it's not going to, it's not going to. That's it at the end of the day. But honestly, I feel weird about the whole situation. But I do want to pay respects. If the dude made the transition, I don't mean to sound like I'm speaking on it bad. I'm just genuinely saying, like, have an open mind about everything. Much love and moonlight. Enjoy the video. Peace. That was a weird peace. Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. It is Lunar. Anyway, sending out a lot of love. Let's hop into this video. Shout outs to my patrons, all that, but I want to get straight into this one. I think it's even funny that TikTok, so I didn't know TikTok did this, but TikTok literally puts a what is it called? It's like a little blip or a little prompt on certain videos that says participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt. That's funny. It puts it on a video that's talking about the mysterious case of Andrew Dawson, but not like trying to do what he done. Almost like, in a way, to me, almost like trying to ward people off from talking about the subject. And that's where I am. Where when my beautiful cousin and her beautiful man sent this video to me, I was like, shit. Do I actually want to cover this? Of course I do. But usually I stay away from talking about things like this because one thing, and I'm going to get out the way. Well, no, I'll get it out the way after we watch the initial clip. But if you don't know about Andrew Dawson is a Canadian man, from what I'm remembering from things that was being blasted at me last night. He was a Canadian man who went to some mountains. We're going to get it from Shiver Stories, and basically saw a Nephilim. As soon as my cousin said, oh, he saw a giant, I was like, oh, Nephilim, hey. And the cool thing about this is there is a YouTuber that I want to shout out here, John Levy. John Levy talks about the other races that existed here. He pulls together the fossils and stuff. Listen, there's all types of weird shit going on in Midgar. Nonetheless, you're gonna see. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I feel after this, because let's just get into it. Let's get into it. If I try to sit here and try to articulate what I want to say, it's just not gonna make sense until after we watch it. So let's go. Let's get my display's over here. It's because I switched my setup, guys. Quick fix. Boop. We over here. Okay. Let's do it. Headphones. Check. Let's go. All right. Shout out to Shiver Stories again. I'm just using your video because it was the one sent to me. Let's go.
What happened to TikToker Andrew Dawson?
CIA agent. He told me to turn around and said I'm trespassing.
The story of Andrew Dawson and his TikTok handicapped is
there we
proof
go.
that some videos were never meant to be uploaded on this platform. It all started as a video of him filming an alleged giant on top of a mountain. Whenever he tries to go back to the mountain where he spotted the giant, he was asked to leave by what he described as CIA-like officers. He posts a video where he shows a car that is, in his eyes, keeping surveillance around his home. In a mysterious update video, Andrew states that all videos were scripted. The weird thing is that he acts odd and seems to be looking at something outside the frame, like he is being forced to read a statement.
Updating you guys, so now I'm gonna give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just.
In one of his final videos, he comes across as distressed and states that he fears for his life. The final video on his TikTok is of him giving an update on the shape he saw on the mountain, showing some kind of building which seemed to have appeared overnight. Unfortunately, that is all we know, since Andrew never posted again. Because after some digging, an obituary was found stating that Andrew sadly passed away. Our thoughts go out to the family and friends that he leaves behind. So what are your theories on this case? Do you know what happened?
Okay, so I did see like a thread that I've seen multiple people at this point talk about it in different ways. I was trying to get a feel for what everybody sort of thought. Now, I want to say this. I'm going to say a couple things and I'm going to get it right out the water real quickly. Again, shout out to Shiver Stories. It's going to only be because I don't really react to TikTok videos, and sometimes, but their side of the page on TikTok shares things like this, and likes to put out the odd things going on. So I'm assuming they will be cool with me using this in my video. I'm not particularly sure, but I just always want to make sure that it's been how I've been since the beginning of this channel. Now to get into the meat and potatoes. One, I'm gonna say one thing. Oh shoot, I don't even got my light on. That's why. I got the light behind me, but just remembered. I'm probably gonna block that too. I'll make a quick cut. Okay, what I'm gonna say is, yeah, when you go and watch the video, okay. No, we're not going to start with the video. What I'm going to say is this. TikTok is a place where it has definitely been engineered in a way where it is meant to distract you at the end of the day. Now, if you're someone, and listen. Be truthful with yourself when you hear me say this. If you are someone, I'm going to say this, who can truly separate entertainment from what they do, then okay, I understand. Like getting trapped in the whole Netflix cycle. Someone told me to make that video on, make my Netflix video on TikTok, but I felt like, well, yeah, that would benefit people because TikTok is like where people are getting absorbed now, but it's the same thing. Netflix, whatever, music, whatever it is entertainment at the end of the day, and it's distraction in some cases and it's not in others, and that's where I'm kind of leading with this. I feel like the fact that this is blowing up and everything is going to easily be a cover-up from something else. You see how that military base went up overnight? Yeah, that's how fast operations can be moved on your ass while you're all distracted. Now, maybe you're asking, well, what could they be doing behind the scenes? What could they have been doing so fast? Or what would be the point of putting like Andrew Dawson at the front? I don't know. It's a plethora of things, man. People come up missing, like that's the whole thing, is they keep your attention off of things. I want to say one thing too, is, well, this is going on this is basically what I was trying to say in the beginning when I wanted to play the video and just watch, is that even if this is true, or even if this was fake, I believe it's just meant to distract. Like 100%. Like 100%. I believe it was to distract. When I seen him doing that, I did actually see a clip before of when he was recording it, and I thought it was a little bit odd how he was looking off to the right. Now, his body language was very, very strange, but it just seemed like someone that was overselling it a little bit too much. Like a guy his stature doesn't seem like someone who would be particularly too nervous about things, especially when you keep going back. The fact that he kept going back, but we would never know what he was being threatened with, etc., etc. So, if he made the transition, okay. But that's another point I get to, is another way it keeps you distracted is if you're pondering and wondering too long on what you think happened to him. Frankly, it does not matter. He was doing something. He got involved. I'm not saying don't do these things, but, you know, he got involved with something, and the the proper cause, the proper effect happened after. Not saying it's proper in a good way, but it's like the effect happened after. It's hard for me to really say, because it's just like, to me, it all is always going to lead up or like circle back around to this shit is just distraction, because how, like, TikTok has to put this right here. Participating in this activity can result in you and others getting hurt, which is very weird, right? Because how would damage control, like, that's how you know there's just more shit happening at play here. Is like TikTok shadow bans people instantly, will get rid of people. There are people monitoring the site all the time. So it goes back to a video that I shot but did not upload yet, where I could say there's probably people behind the scenes wanting certain things to get seen, but in a good way. Like they're like, okay, this is a chance we blow this video up, whatever. But like, I really don't think these algorithms are random. First of all, I don't think these algorithms are just built and then they go off on their own. It's like the algorithm catches what it wants. It's like, nah. So it's just odd that this video is tagged, yet, like, man, I just don't know, man, because like, we're at the point where they know what you're gonna post before you post it, bro. They've got cameras. People have been saying this for years, and then it's not even that it's like been saying, it's literally been proven that you're being monitored 25/8 at this point. So it's like, how is his shit not all tapped? It just raises questions like that. It's, how is his stuff not already, like, how is his account not already compromised? How, like, there's just things that don't add up with me, like, with it. Not in the terms of being fake to the point where, you know, he didn't actually go out and see a Nephilim, because, again, I'm not stupid enough to not think that there are other races walking around us currently. That's just, nah, there's too much unexplainable things here. But where I find it weird is I think the whole thing could be an operation. I think he actually seen something, but then I think they allowed these videos to get, like, to blow up to distract you. Because then, you know, I see the comments that everyone's saying on the video as well. Like, they're over here like, what is it? Some people are saying he's being paid, like he was paid off to this, that. And it's like, well, whatever the case may be, no one knows. None of us are there. So why give our attention to it? And I even asked that for me. Why even make this video? Maybe my perspective was needed. Who knows? I got the feeling today that I was doing it. But yes, last night I was like, I'm not gonna make this video. I'm really not gonna make this video. But I just felt like, okay, I'm going to make this video, because I truly think that when things like this happen, not like, I truly believe they're meant for something bigger than just like, because, dude, there is content out there getting shadow banned for way less. Like say it's just it, man. There's content out there getting shadow banned for way less. Like, he could really just be a government agent from the beginning. You would never know. No one, like that, and that's what I want to say too. You know, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. I'm not trying to sit here and get up on this video if he has made the transition and say that it's not real, because look, I mean, you know, but the military base going up overnight and all of that happens. I laughed because I'm pretty sure I told my cousin, I was like, what, they had a military base up in under a night, right? Because this is like, it's just like, for me, I over here act like it's known knowledge that they do shit like this, that, you know, you see something, freaking caution tape the area, block it off, put up a base overnight, you know. Or, and you know what's another funny thing too? What if the military base was always there, and it just had like reflective sheets over the thing. Like they had some sort of reflective technology that's just mirroring the surrounding environment. Like this is technology that very well could exist. I'm not even gonna shy away from saying this shit. This is technology that very well could exist. I believe wholeheartedly they have technology way in advance, and they just like raindrop it in front of us. They raindrop it in front of us. Like the metaverse was already here before the metaverse was here. There probably literally are like robots and shit just walking around with us, and we don't even know. We don't even know. You know, it's just like, bruh. It's like they didn't build that military base out of nowhere. Or maybe they did. Maybe they popped it up like one of those pop-up tents. But I really feel like the base could have been cloaked if it was real. Yeah, they got to him, the government. Something had to be done. The public needs to start fighting back and demanding answers. We can't keep walking over these people's bodies, so-called been dead, and walk over there like they're nothing. And then, and then that too. I feel like that's exactly what they want. They want you to react like this. You know? They want you to react like this. They want you to say the public needs to start fighting back. And to me, you want to go inward, bruh. We're not meant to save this world. We're meant to leave it, bro. And anyways, we change the world anyways by focusing on ourselves. You change your inner world, like, think about the law of attraction and all that, and the law of assumption, and reality being an emotional mirror. I think we gotta leave. That's why I say this distraction is in place. Is because it still keeps you in this fight. Like, oh, like the government's hiding shit. Blah blah. We know the government's hiding shit. Move on. Like that's how you have to be. It's how you have to be. The government is involved. Like, y'all falling for these antics. Let's keep it respectful. A man lost his life. Yeah, you know, and I agree with that. Like, it's nothing but, you know, respect if this dude's really dead, but we don't know. Like, how can you say this? Let's keep it respectful. A man lost his life. How do you know? How did he die? People think it was a heart attack. So respond to this. You're falling for these antics. Let's keep it respectful. How did he die? No answer. I think it was a heart attack. Establishment got him, most likely, but we really hope they did not. Can his family come forward? If he's in hiding or pass away, we think the family will use the time to process the loss. Okay, see, if he is hiding or passed away. I'm just saying. What type of giant is so scared to come down there and scare us little humans? That's a good one. It's all scripted. This was in Canada, poor guy indeed. I'm just reading these. This is shocking. Seriously, they kill you off. Damn, I remember watching that video. So nobody else saw the new building on top of them. Witness come forward. Oh, I get it. So they're just like, yeah, they're just doing like, yeah, I don't know who runs Shiver Stories. Yeah, and they say Kanye West is doing the same thing. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I feel like even Kanye is a distraction because people have been doing this for years. I don't feel like he's a distraction all the way though, but I feel like what was funny was didn't Kanye do, listen to this. Watch this. I'm going to show you. Kanye and Alex Jones. Kanye does the impossible and makes Alex Jones look sane. So he did. Kanye, yeah. Okay, so let me explain this to you. There's a show called Inside Job where they literally talk about, they make a joke in Inside Job where they go, yeah, it's funny, something, how we brainwashed Alex Jones and then plugged him back into basically the masses to just fuck with everybody, to keep everybody fucking feeding him attention, right? And then they're suing Alex Jones and Kanye at the same time, or around the same time, or they're both like losing their entire career. And then Alex Jones and Kanye end up in a podcast together. This is the circus, bro. It's the circus. So it's like when I think about things like this happening, like this very well all could be real. But at the same time, I think it's just more shit to keep you distracted. I think the power, my ear started ringing. I think the power will come from everyone focusing on themselves and not feeding this attention, because it's like, what is the point of getting this footage out? You get the footage out and then it's like, okay, we have footage proof. Dude lost his life for it. No, you know what's crazy too? Nah. But you know what's crazy too is, okay, so now that this is done, what are y'all gonna do? What is everyone making a comment gonna do? You're just gonna continue to talk about it like me even making this video? Are y'all gonna march and go find the giant? Are y'all too scared to face the government? It's like, it doesn't, you don't really benefit. Like, and that scares me, because I think the root of why I didn't even want to make the video to begin with is like, most of the people will just talk about this shit and move on. You know, nobody's out there actually doing what he did if he lost his life. And you know, and I feel a part of him, but I can't all the way feel a part of him, because that's serious. Like, my man was getting turned back and stuff like that. But, and that's another thing that I wanted to say too. Don't know if anyone's gonna get to this far in the video, because maybe things I said in the beginning already put you off, but I've been followed in black cars too, so it's very funny. It's someone on my old YouTube channel actually told me about it when I made this video talking about doppelgangers. It was like a weird part of the month where it was damn near everybody was saying that they saw me, but I wasn't going outside. They were seeing me in parts of towns that I wasn't in. And like, when they would look at these people that look like me, the person would get nervous or turn their head. And it was almost funny. It was like they had tattoos in the same positions I had them. And it's just like, I've experienced some shit, and that's why I'm speaking on this shit, because like, I could see to where this is real, but at the same time, I could also see to where it could be a little bit staged. Because yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to gauge. I don't know. And me, I'm someone to stay in the middle. That was the purpose of why I said that to Shiver Stories comments, because like, you know, the person said, you know, come on with the antics or whatever it was, and then Shiver Stories was like, come on, you know, respect, a man lost his life. But you don't know that. You really don't know that. You got to be very careful with stuff like this and information like this. And the reason is because this is how conspiracy theories or all these things get so like confuzzled, details get shifty, and it's like, just because everyone will just say how they feel, like, let's get the facts. And the thing too, I guess I'm done. This is pretty much my thing. But this thing just, for me, speaks louder than just this video. It's like when I seen Kanye and then Alex Jones in a podcast together, I was like, oh, bro, like, and they popped up. I didn't watch it. I just won't give energy to things like this that much. So this will probably be the only thing where I talk about something like this. But, you know, I just feel like it's meant to distract you, because if we're all dreaming together, right, and this is all one collective dream, you put these people in place to hide these secrets, right? And even to some degree, you put this video in place for you to see. If we're all just reflections of each other and we're all the same source. So it's like, to change the world, you have to look to the inner. You know? And to some degree, like, you can't fully believe, just like there aren't all cops, like ACAB, all cops are bastards. Well, that's not true. So you look at the government, you can't say all the government is involved. You know, I feel like there's the government, there are certain people in the government probably protecting these people that get these videos out. If this is real, that could be it. There's just so many perspectives that I feel like can be touched. And those all flow and go through my head at the same time. But for the way I take this is, I always think your attention should be put back on you. You know? So, yeah. I just think that if the man actually lost his life, I'm sorry to hear. I heard his girlfriend was like posting. I heard she was also getting hate and getting support. I don't know. I don't know. It's too much. If you give too much energy to stuff like this, you could end up like you just end up going down a rabbit hole. Like him, he kind of went down a rabbit hole. I kind of wish, like, I don't wish. It's his life. He made his choice. Maybe he incarnated down here on Earth to do it, but it's just like, think about it, brother. Like, you seen something, you know, and you wanted to get it out to the world, and you did, right? And this is if it's real. But was it truly worth your life, almost, in a way? You know, was it truly worth your life? Because, I mean, they must have gave him, if he did get paid off, they must have gave him enough money to, like, either disappear, change the way he looks, never have to work again, because, like, you can't just show up to a normal job looking the way you did. That's another thing too, is, you know what would be funny is, this is a perspective. What if they, like, pay you off but take you to where the giant is, but then you're a prisoner of the camp, so you'll never get to ever get out to the outside world, but you'll always know, like, all this stuff exists. So they, like, take you back to, they got giants, they got fairies, they got all these different races, like Men in Black, and then, like, but you can't ever leave that place. Now you are a prisoner here. But you can live with us and know all this shit's real, but you'll never be able to take it to the outside world. That'd be some funny shit. That actually sounds pretty funny. Like, that would be funny if that was the outcome. Not funny because you would want to see your family and everything, but, like, that's the price. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Nah. I do have nothing but respect, but I always think that, I think most of the things you see on the internet, they have to be taken with a grain of salt. That's the moral of the story. I have so much to say on this shit because I feel like a lot of this shit is distraction. Because where you place your attention grows. Like, wherever you place your attention, you are watering shit. And I think the attention should be back on yourself. That's why I am using this to get this out this one time. You know, you got to be careful with these things, man. You got to be careful. Because just as they have people so absorbed in sports, which is okay. Sports are entertainment. You can watch your sports. But, like, a video I'm going to upload of a guy talking about how it's the Roman circus, I mean, this counts too. This, even though he was revealing something, it counts too. It keeps you still in the loop of things going on, because I don't think a shred of your attention should be taken off focus on you. I think these things should be looked at as, oh wow, that's crazy, just as I did, and move on. Like, I still now don't even fully feel like in my heart that this deserved a video, but I feel like this video speaks much bigger than the situation with him. It's just where our attention goes in general, because a lot of shit is blown up because of us. And if that attention could get driven properly, man, look, I just want to say this, and I don't want to take away from him if he's seriously dead, because this is like a tough situation, but I would say this, right? I'm gonna pull up something that I just recently watched. You will never see. Maybe. I don't want to say this, because if this is all in our mind, and this is a matrix and a simulation, yeah, and not even if it is, but I'm saying for people who are coming into those concepts, if this is all a dream, and I'm just you behind the camera and you're just me, which is true, but which is a half truth, it's whatever you believe. It's like, if this is all to be fact, right, then through sheer willpower alone, she can make her channel blow up. But this is an example of someone you will never see blow up ridiculously, but is being watched by many. You just won't. That's why when I see, like, stuff like this get exposed, it's like, is it seeing a giant? Is it even that big though? That's why just something seems off to me about it. But I could see where it's real, but it's just like, imagine everyone putting their attention towards this. If you watch these videos, I guarantee half the shit that she be saying in those will blow your fucking brain. Like, it will blow your mind. And also, let me do this. And that's why I say I think the right things just find the right people at the right time. But boom, this.
Sorry. Wait, what?
This right here, boom. Look at this. It's got 100K views, so it's doing its numbers. It's doing its numbers. These are masters together. So imagine this having more attention than this. Trust and believe. This will benefit you 100%, 100 times more than this did. I'm just saying. I gotta speak about it. Somebody's got to see it. Somebody. I got to say it because it's like our attention is going in places that it doesn't need to be. Like, we know the government's hiding shit. I just don't think it's worth risking your life over. I think your own personal power is the thing that they are scared of, and that's why they keep you distracted by it. Because I'm surprised that in how we're going up is 2023. I'm surprised his shit didn't get taken down the moment he did all of this. You don't. They got CIA agents on standby to fucking come through and like block pass, put military bases up overnight, but then they don't have like CIA agents or hackers on his page. What already what? You know, and then that also follows another perspective where I think that they also know that if you put something out like this, there's going to be a large majority of people who just think you're crazy. Because even Shiver Story said Andy Capped uploaded a video of what he thought was a giant. You know, tags, headlines, but you know, there's people not even saying, you know, that he saw a giant. So it's just like they know it's gonna get. But I'm telling you this. Imagine all the attention that probably went to this on something like this. And I don't mean to take away from what that dude lived to do if he really passed. But I'm just saying, it's just like, I just feel like we've known for years the government is, something needs to be different. Something needs to change. And people don't talk about that. There are not people talking about that. Something needs to change. There needs to be attention being given to things that actually could actually shift. Because there's no one going to ride in the battle to go find this Nephilim. There's no one going to ride. There's like, come on. Like, somebody's got to get real about it. Nobody is going to go charging in to stop the government from fucking hiding secret races. It will not happen. So what's the point of risking your life over it? But like I said, everything is a half-truth. All truths are half-truths. Everything can be reconciled. I can't tell. Maybe he really felt it in his soul purpose to do it, but I just cannot understand, because it's like, bro, from before I was born, motherfuckers know the government's hiding shit. This shit was a stage before stages were a stage. You gotta just be careful. It's not worth it. I feel like if you see some crazy shit, cool, keep it to you. Show a couple of your friends. Maybe send the video to someone else. But for you to cover it yourself, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I can't, you know, compare my own stories, but I've talked about things that have happened personally to me, and it's the same thing that he's doing, but like he kept going back, which was, I just feel like is asking for trouble. I don't know. I feel like our attention should just be brought on more things to like going within and the power of us as a collective, because that's the real thing they're scared of. It, like, you know, and to, I don't know. I just feel like attention should be placed somewhere else, and things like this, it's not, it's endless circles. You want to know what happened to him. You don't even know if him is real. You don't even know if Andrew Dawson is a real person, that he had a real life, that he really had a real family. All that can be fabricated. You got to start thinking like this. It's not think. It's like it's really thinking outside the box. Who knows? The whole thing could be fabricated. You just don't. You just don't know. I don't even know. I just don't know. It's too much going. There's too much that none of us are there to be giving this that much energy. But genuinely, and I say this genuinely, if this is real and this man really has passed for getting this out, then appreciate it, my man. Like, is someone gonna say it? You died for basically what you believe in, which is important. But now everybody that watched your video is just gonna share it, look it over, and what? Are people gonna go storm that military castle now? What? The same thing happens, man. Like, that's what, you know, I should end this video on that. How many people are gonna die until you realize that it's your own power within that's gonna like it's unity and shit that's gonna scare them. I bet if this video happened and he was influential enough, and fucking 100,000 people who saw the video was like, yo, we're gonna go storm this mountain base. Like, it was almost like the Area 51 thing. What even happened with the Area 51 thing? I thought that shit was just a huge ass distraction too. When people like showed up, did people show up for that, or did like what happened? Did they say like they would shoot on sight if anyone ran, and did no one run? Which proves my point on why more of this is distraction. If like you're not getting up after his video and going to storm that mountain, then like what was the point of you even feeding, like sharing it around? Would it get more people to believe like, okay, we should start disconnecting from the government? Because it doesn't seem like that happens either. There's tons of like videos and cases like this that you can find out there. Weird occurrences happening. I don't see anyone like, I remember the weird like shape-shifting bodyguard during whatever meeting that was, and people were sharing that clip, that old clip of the bodyguard that turned his head or whatever, and it seemed like he didn't seem like he had human shapes. He almost looked like Slenderman, but he looked like some weird like I don't know, people said it was a reptilian, and it's like, okay, if we know this exists, like, where do we go from here? Are we just going to keep sharing these videos? Or is somebody going to get up and do some shit? You know, exactly. And don't worry, I'm guilty of it too. It's like I'm sitting here making a video about it. I'm sitting here making a video about it. But it's like, something needs to change. Either we need to go inward and put our attention on things that matter. Like, blueprint for your own God power. Chief Johnny's talking about how literally like she's got patents and shit of land being stolen, and like showing people how to get their land back. I don't know, I don't know too deeply about her to know too much, but I'm just like, I feel like attention should be flowing over there before we get attention flowing to more just uncovered UFO scene type shit. It's just, yeah, I don't know. All right, much love and moonlight. I'm out of here. I'm out. Peace.